What's up, YouTube? It has been a minute since my last install, so I apologize. I did post an update video on Instagram the other day with all of the things that I have to install in this car. Hopefully, if we ever get a show season, who knows? So today's install is going to involve the Accessport, and we're going to be doing the Accessport mount that goes up on the top of the dash that replaces the heater vent. So this is actually going to be a really simple install. So these two tools right here are actually all you're really going to need to do this install. This is to take out the vent that is currently on the dash, and this is to take off the kick panel so you can route the wiring up through the dash and into the new mount. So let me show you guys what we're going to do. So we will be removing this vent right there to replace it with the dock, and we will be taking off this kick panel right here and taking off this panel right here to lower it down so that way we can route the wiring up through here to the vent to the dock. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. I kind of, wish I had another person help me out, but it's all good, just for filming purposes. So I'm gonna start with taking off this kick panel right here, taking off this panel right here, and then I'll show you guys how to take that off right there. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and take this panel off right here. So we're gonna get the tool behind it, pop that off and out, which then exposes the screw that you're gonna have to undo to pull this panel out, so that way you can have enough room to route the cable up to there. So I forgot the drill in the back of the car, so I'm gonna go grab that and then we can take this panel off. So before pulling out this panel, I took out the JDM coin tray that I have because I have a bunch of change in there. Last thing I want is to pull this panel and just have change just fall all over the place. So I'm gonna pull this panel down. It's kind of hard to film, like I said, with one person. So I'm gonna pull this down, show you guys all the access that you're gonna need to route this cable. It's funny sometimes what you'll find in your car when you're taking stuff apart. I just happened to find $1 that came from the JDM coin tray all the way over here. So, hey, cool, I found $1, awesome. Okay, so it is absolutely not necessary to completely take out that panel, but I just figured for more room to get the cable up and through, I wanted to just take the full panel off. It's literally just disconnecting 3 connectors instead of having it just hang there. So that's what I did. You don't have to, but that's what I did. So now we are all set to take out the vent and get moving on this install. So what I've been seeing on other videos in installing this thing is that you're supposed to pry from the front. Give it, a pretty good amount of strength. Don't overdo it, and it should just pop up. I'm not 100% sure exactly where the tabs are that you're supposed to hit on this thing, so I'm going to just kind of trial and error it. Hopefully I don't mess anything up, and get this vent out of here, and then we can move on with installing the actual dock. Okay, so that was a whole lot easier than I originally thought it was going to be. All I did was push down here, use that tool, and popped it up, and literally got it out of place. So that was super simple to take out. Now we've got the hole ready to go ahead and get this dock installed. Okay, so I was able to route this up through there by simply just going right here, right in front of the fuse block right there. I was able to get up, reach down into there, grab the wire, and pull it up through. I don't have any zip ties at the moment to make this clean as far as, once plugging it in and getting into the dock and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get some and just kind of clean up the wiring, make sure it doesn't hit anything metal. So that way it doesn't, shear into the actual, the wiring itself. So I'm gonna go ahead, move to the back, start assembling this unit. Now it does come with 2, depending on which wire you have. So you'll just use one of the 2 connectors here. The connector goes into that, snaps in, and then snaps into the bottom right there, as you can see. And so we have to put this piece onto here with the provided bolts. There is an arrow on this piece, as you can see right here. That arrow gets matched up right there. And then we can put it into the car, tighten the bolts, and we're all done. So this is really simple install, but it's gonna be awesome to be able to just plug the Accessport directly into that instead of having it like I had a mount on my windshield that would vibrate and fall off. This is gonna be a sturdy place for you to plug in your Accessport. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all together, get it into position, and then we'll put the wire onto the clamp, get it in there, and we're all done. So I want to go ahead and get this going, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're ready to install. Okay, so we have this thing ready to go, ready to be mounted. We've got the wiring, so we're just going to bring the wire, like I said, through there, get it into position, and I believe you're supposed to put it in. Now I'm gonna have to play with this and I'll let you guys know how I got it in. You have to put it in like this and then twist and put it down. So that way these little arms here get placed correctly where you can tighten it up. So I'm gonna try this. I will show you guys what it looks like before I put the clamp in there for the harness. I'm just gonna try to play with this, see if I can get it done easily and kind of explain the process of what I did to do so. Okay, so I started, get that cable out of the way here. I started by putting this corner in first and then sliding it over, kind of like clockwise, till it fit in, and it actually went in and stayed. This thing is sturdy. It is not going anywhere. So, on to the next thing, which is mounting the cable. Now, you want to make sure, I mean, it's pretty obvious, you want to make sure that you're mounting the cable correctly so it plugs into the access port the correct way, because if you don't, then you kind of have to start all over by pulling this thing. So, you want to make sure that the cable is facing the correct way when putting it into the holder. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the access port, plug it in, see which way it goes, and then find the appropriate holder for the cable, and then we are all done. All we have to do from then is just put everything back together, start the car, and just, you know, plug the access port in and see how this thing, how it fits and how it looks. I'm pretty excited about this one. I mean, for the price that you're getting, this is a very, very, very sturdy and very, very, very good looking access port holder. So I can't wait to get this thing installed fully and check it out and test it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and find the correct orientation of the cable, find the correct holder for the cable, snap it into place, and we'll go from there. And there it is installed. So just kind of a note, I kind of did things a little backwards. Now trial and error kind of, you know, I'll admit my mistakes, and trial and error kind of, you know, got the best of me. But before installing the actual mount itself, it's best to install the clip for the cable. I tried to get the clip and the cable into place with, you know, the thing installed onto the dash, and it just would not work. So I had to take it off and put the cable in and the clip in with it uninstalled. So that was pretty quick install. Thank you guys so much for the ongoing support. You know, I highly suggest this item for those of you who are looking for a very high quality Accessport mount for your vehicle. This thing here is very, very, very well built, very durable, very tough. Like I said, I'm gonna enjoy now using my Accessport in the vehicle. Whereas beforehand, I would have it up on the glass and it just wouldn't work. So I highly, highly suggest if you guys are looking for an Accessport mount, highly suggest picking this one up. I will leave a description down below in the description of the video to let you guys know where I got it. And, you know, thank you guys so much for the ongoing support. And you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, wonderful whatever time you're watching this video. Stay safe out there, especially with everything going on recently with the virus going around the world and everything like that. Everybody stay safe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.